What are your three favorite countries and least three favorite countries?
It's difficult to answer because it's favorite for what? Because there's good and bad of everywhere. You know, because I would say Romania. Okay, well, Romania is one of my favorite countries for a lot of reasons. It's highly religious. It's very safe. There's beautiful nature. There's lots to do. You can walk around. I walk around wearing $1 million watch, driving a $3 million car. Nobody messes with me. It's perfectly safe. Girls walk alone at night. It's all great. But then the legal system's a nightmare. I can tell you from personal experience, right? So there's good and bad for each place. So it's like, which country has my favorite legal system? Which country has the best nature? Which country is best to visit? Because sometimes visiting a country is different than living in a country. They're all very different things. And what you'll often find, the true red pill of it all, is that there's no light without dark. So all of the things you love about a country quite often come from all of the negative things about a country. So I just described Romania, the fact it's safe to walk alone at night, and any of you or any woman can walk alone at night and it's perfectly safe. That is true. The reason for that is because the legal system's a mess. Because if they catch you doing anything, you're going to jail and you're stuck there and you're not getting out. And it doesn't matter. You know, like, I can tell you endless examples. If you go to America, cars get broken into, cars get stolen. Here, cars don't get stolen. In fact, there was a couple car thefts once. It was big on the news. That's how big of a deal it was. There was a couple car thefts on this particular street. The police set up an undercover agent and they saw someone walking up and down the street, and a guy who was looking in a car window got picked up. Now, in America, you can't arrest someone and put someone in jail for looking in a car window. Here, they can go, there was some car thefts last month. He looked in the window. Meh, close enough, year. And they put him in jail for a year without trial. So it's like, yeah, it's safe.
It's a good country till it happens to you.
That's right. So it's like, which side of it are you on? When you're walking along with your family, you're looking around going, it's so fantastic here, it's so safe. When you're in jail, you're like, this is not fair. Yeah. So it's the same in Japan. Japan has a 99% conviction rate. That's because if you go to court in Japan, you're going to jail. Did you do it? Who cares? Society's safe. So it's like, do you want what's best for the ant or do you want what's best for the ant farm? They're different things. If you're an ant who's been sent to die for the ant farm, you're unhappy. But if you're one of the ants in the ant farm who wasn't sent to die, but the ant farm's safer, you are happy. There's no perfect place. I mean, you look at America and England. Okay, yeah, you haven't got to fear the law as much, but now you have to fear the criminals because they get bail and they walk away, you know, or they get out on some human rights crap, or they only do two years or whatever. In fact, the worst country for that is actually America because you have to fear the criminals and the law. They'll fuck you over some financial crimes and they'll let murderers walk. The whole thing's a joke. In England, you don't have to fear the law very much. You only have to fear the criminals, but London's out of control. In Romania, there's no criminals, but the real mafia are the government. You don't want to mess with them here. It's hard for me to say what my favorite country is. Everything, like Romania
is the US or UK in your bottom three?
Well, I feel betrayed by them. They've betrayed me because they're run by Globo Homo. Like, if I was gay and I was this famous, I'd be standing next to the leaders of the country. And I would be basically above the law and untouchable and celebrated as the beacon of Western civilization. But because I'm not gay, because I go against their agendas, they're trying to put me in jail and they've betrayed me. So now that's not a particularly Western thing. I want to make this clear. We talk about the fact that the Matrix will put you in jail if you speak against authority. That's the truth anywhere. If you talk against Putin in Russia, you're going to die. If you talk against Xi in China, you're going to die. If you talk against a power in the West, you don't die first. First they try jail, then they'll kill you. I mean, Russia might try jail too. They might give you a chance. But it's the same everywhere. The thing is, if you live in Russia or China, you probably agree with your leader because they're competent. The problem is in the West, you can't agree with the leader unless you're mentally insane because they're not competent and they're idiots. So we're in a very difficult quagmire where in other countries, sure, you can't speak against authority, but at least you believe that authority is competent. Whereas in the West, we don't have that luxury. We're ruled by idiots. Or I wouldn't even say idiots. They're not stupid. They're treasonous. They know what they're doing. They're not dumb. They're just treasonous and evil, more than stupid. So America and England have betrayed me and abandoned me because of my views, which makes me feel kind of homeless. I mean, it's kind of sad to think that your host nations have betrayed you. If I was Azerbaijani and I was as famous, I'd be one of the most respected men in Azerbaijan. I'd be having lunch in the presidential palace with the president of Azerbaijan. Everything would be fine. My nations should be happy for what I'm doing. What am I doing? I'm teaching young men how to make money. I'm inspiring young men to work hard and go to the gym. I'm inspiring young men to stick up for what they believe is right. I should be celebrated as a cultural phenomenon. Instead, I'm attacked. So yeah, I've been betrayed by them, and it makes me feel quite sad because I am patriotic and I do love both nations. But what can you do when they're run by a homosexual mafia who are mad at anybody who doesn't want to shove his dick off? What can you do about it? And I mean, I'm not Russian. I can't say, oh, I love Putin, I love how Russia thinks. I'm Russian. I'm not actually Russian. I don't speak Russian. I'm not actually from there. And what's another thing that's interesting when you get to a certain level of fame and wealth is that you realize why people stay in the countries they're from. Because if you're a Brazilian billionaire, you stay in Brazil quite often. If you're an American billionaire, you stay in America quite often. You say, well, why is that? Well, at a certain level of influence and wealth, you become a target, not just for criminals, but also for governments. If I move to somewhere obscure, right? Let's say I move to Uzbekistan. I'm going to move to Uzbekistan, everyone leave me alone. You're telling me that Uzbekistanis aren't going to sit around going, we have one of the most famous rich men in the world here. Is he giving you any money? Is he giving you any money? Is he giving you any money? No, he hasn't paid nobody any money. All right, okay. That's fine. Years go by. I keep talking about Uzbekistan. I'm living in Uzbekistan, living this great life, sleeping with their women, driving on their roads. You tell me sooner or later someone, even if it's not at the top level, even if it's a lower level, even if it's a lower police chief, a judge, whoever, I've had enough of this. He better pay me something. And before you know it, you're in a cell again for some reason, you know? I'm sure if I would have given enough money to Romanian political parties, this wouldn't have happened to me. And I was asked often if I wanted to invest. And I thought, I don't want to invest in the wrong donate. I don't want to donate to the wrong team and get myself in trouble. So I tried to stay out of it. Then when you're in jail, they're like, oh, so which political parties did you donate to? Because you can call that.
I was surprised that you didn't, actually.
Well, I tried to stay out of politics because that's how you get in trouble. So I thought I'll just stay out of it. I'm American. They won't mess with me because I'm American and I'm good for the country. But once America gave the green light to do it, because they had to ask.
Do you see yourself becoming a donor? No.
Well, I don't. That's what I mean. I don't know anymore. People keep saying to me, Andrew, where are you going to go? I don't know. My host nations have betrayed me. All the countries I'd like to live in are still under...
Would it be an Islamic country or a Muslim country?
Well, yeah. I was going to say most of the countries I'd like to live in, besides, let's say, Dubai or Saudi Arabia, etc., but even those, they're still within Western Hemisphere in regards to influence. If the American government wants you, it's very hard for a government to say no. That's the American government. As clown world as they are, if the American government's like, we need this guy, it's very difficult for any government, Dubai or anywhere else, to say, no, we're going to protect him. Because I'm not from there. I'm not their guy. It's different if I was Saudi and I'm in Saudi and Americans want a Saudi. But when the Americans want an American in Saudi, they're like, are you really going to fuck everything up between us over this dude? You don't even know what he's done. He's done this, 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 and this. And the Saudis don't know what they're lying on. They're like, okay. And they get you. I might become a pirate. I'm thinking of buying a yacht and going out to international waters and living a few years at sea. Problem is I hate the ocean. And I don't swim in it ever. But maybe I'll just, to make a political point that I can't trust any nation now on Earth, I'm going to go live on a boat somewhere until they eventually raid me with helicopters. Black SEAL Team 6 turn up to take me to jail. Or
maybe you'll go to space.
Yeah, maybe. There's got to be somewhere I can hide. I don't know. But I don't think I'm as big a target as I was at one point. When I was all over TikTok and I was everywhere, TikTok's managed to get rid of me with a very sophisticated AI algorithms now. So I feel like they're going to allow me to live.
So we have that little back camera there.
Yeah?
The back of your head, because your face is banned.
Well, my voice is banned.
We'll change it up a little bit.
Yeah, good. Change up the voice, don't show the face, and you should be okay.
We'll AI you to sound like Kamala Harris. They'll push it even further.
I have to laugh more then. I have to speak in rhyme.